Long before the red earth, parts of Akama village hardened under countless footsteps. Before the marketplace learned the sound of laughter, the forest already knew the names of the living and the dead. Akanma was a village wrapped tightly by trees, so old their roots twisted like sleeping snakes. The elders said the forest listened, that it leaned closer when people spoke carelessly, that it remembered. At the heart of that forest stood a shrine. No child dared approach, and no adult entered without trembling. Inside it, wrapped in cloth darker than midnight, lay a masquerade mask that was never danced. It was not made for festivals. It was not made for joy. The mask had been carved from a tree struck by lightning during the Great Famine. The year crops failed, rivers dried, and hunger drove men to madness. Elders whispered that blood had fed its carving, though no one could say whose blood it was. Some said volunteers, some said sacrifices, others said the tree itself demanded payment. What everyone agreed on was this: that mass did not perform, it chose. Each year during the new Yam festival, the elders would gather the youth and repeat the warning. Fame is loud, Elder Ogbuefi would say, his eyes cloudy but sharp. Applause is sweet, another would add. But there are things that answer when you call attention to yourself too loudly. And every year, one boy would laugh. This time, that boy was Kelechi. Kelechi danced like fire. His feet struck the ground so fast, doors could not keep up. When drums sounded, his body answered before his mind could think. People turned to watch him, even when they pretended not to care. But talent was not enough for Kelechi. He wanted fear in their eyes. He wanted stories whispered with his name inside them. He wanted to be remembered when the drum stopped. So when the elders warned about the mask, Kelechi laughed openly. A mask is just wood, he said, and fear is for people without skill. That night, while the village slept under a moon thin as a blade, Kelechi slipped into the forest. The trees closed behind him. Crickets fell silent as he approached the shrine. Even the wind seemed to hold his breath. Kelechi felt it then, a pressure, like unseen hands pushing against his chest. But pride carried him forward. He entered the shrine. The cloth fell away easily, as if it had been waiting. The mask stared at him. It was older than any face he had seen. Its eyes were carved too deep. Its mouth stretched into something that was not quite a smile. The wood was blackened, scarred, warm to the touch. Kelechi hesitated. Then he smiled and placed it on his face. The forest went silent. No owl, no insect, no breath. Then the drums began to beat. No drummer sat behind them. No hand touched his skin. Yet rhythm poured into the night, deep and ancient, shaking the ground. Kelechi tried to step back. His body moved forward. The mask tightened. His feet lifted and did not return to the earth. By morning, the village awoke to screaming. They gathered in the square to find the masquerade dancing alone, twisting and spinning in ways no human body should bend. The air around it felt heavy, cold. People clutched their children. This is not joy, someone whispered. This is a warning. As the masquerade danced, villagers swore they heard whispers beneath the drums. Names, soft at first, then clearer. Names of those long buried. Kelechi tried to scream. The mask danced harder. When dawn broke, the masquerade did not leave. And when the elders rushed forward, calling Kelechi's name, the figure only tilted his head, as though searching his memory. Days passed. The mask did not come off. Weeks passed. No one spoke of Kelechi anymore. His mother remembered having a son, but not his face. His friends remembered laughter, but not who laughed. At night, the masquerade appeared at crossroads, near rivers, outside homes where lamps would soon go dark forever. Always dancing, always silent, always remembering. Finally, the elders acted. They trapped the masquerade with sacred ropes and chants. older than Akanma itself. When they tore the mask away, the forest screamed. Beneath it, there was no face, only smooth skin, no eyes, no mouth, no trace of the boy who once wanted fame. The elders wrapped the mask again, returned it to the shrine, poured libation until the ass drank deeply, and they said to the children, their voices shaking, "Remember this. When you see a masquerade dancing without drums, when the forest goes silent at night, know this truth. That is not a man wearing a mask, that is the mask wearing a man. And somewhere in the forest, the drums still remember Kelechi's steps."